The phone vibrated between us, not loudly, not urgently, just enough to be noticed. She didn't reach for it. That was the first mistake. We were sitting on opposite ends of the couch, the same couch we had shared for years. Same fabric, same faint smell of detergent and something older. Routine. Her face stayed calm, eyes fixed on the television, lips relaxed. Too relaxed. The screen lit up again. A name flashed. Not saved, just a number. I watched the reflection of her face in the dark glass of the TV. The smallest shift. A tightening at the jaw. A breath she didn't finish. I felt something cold slide into my chest. Not anger, not fear. Recognition. I didn't ask who it was. I didn't move. I didn't even blink. I let the silence stretch, long enough to become uncomfortable, but not long enough to expose me. She reached for the phone finally, flipping it face down. "Spam," she said. Her voice was steady, practiced. I nodded. Inside, something unlocked. That moment, the vibration, the pause, the lie, cracked the version of reality I had been living in. Everything still looked the same. Same walls, same woman, same life. But the shape of it had shifted. And once you notice that shift, you can't unsee it. Suspicion doesn't arrive screaming. It whispers. I replayed moments I had ignored. Late nights explained too quickly. Smiles that arrived late to her eyes. The way her phone never left her hand anymore, not even in sleep, especially not in sleep. I told myself I was imagining it. I wanted to believe familiarity meant safety, but familiarity can be rehearsed. There was a weekend trip she took last month, a work thing. She sent photos, hotel mirror selfies, conference badges, proof, too much proof. I remembered how she hugged me when she returned, tighter than usual, as if bracing for something, or saying goodbye to something she hadn't finished. I didn't accuse. Accusations are emotional, sloppy. Instead, I watched. I noticed how she angled her phone away from me now, how laughter appeared in her messages and disappeared when I entered the room, how intimacy became scheduled, efficient, empty. At night, lying beside her, I listened to her breathing and wondered who else knew this rhythm, who else had memorized it. The betrayal wasn't loud, it was surgical. And what cut deepest wasn't the idea that she might be with someone else, it was the certainty that she thought I wouldn't notice. I became quieter. She mistook it for comfort. I memorized patterns, dates, timestamps. Her location history synced automatically to the car system. She forgot that. I didn't remind her. I checked phone records, not messages, just calls. Frequency tells its own story. One number kept appearing, short calls repeated, always before she came home, always after she left. I waited. Patience is a weapon when sharpened properly. I watched her tell lies to friends without flinching, watched her plan a future that didn't include the truth, watched her trust me with her deception. There was a night she fell asleep with her phone unlocked. I didn't rush. I scrolled slowly, calmly. Photos first, none explicit, just fragments. A man's wrist, a coffee cup I didn't own, a reflection in a window, his silhouette behind her. Then messages, not love, worse, familiarity, intimacy, routine. They talked about ordinary things, groceries, traffic, me. That was when something hardened inside me. I took screenshots, saved them to a cloud she didn't know existed. I closed the phone, placed it exactly where it had been. She never woke up, and I didn't sleep. The confirmation came 3 days later, not from her, from him. I recognized his name from an old story she once told, a friend from before, someone insignificant enough to forget. I ran a background check. Nothing dramatic. Married, 1 child. Patterns everywhere. I printed the evidence. Clean, minimal, dates, times, photos, messages, call logs. I placed them neatly in a folder. That evening, I handed it to her without a word. She opened it, turned pages. Her hand started to shake on the 3rd page. By the 5th, she was crying. "I can explain," she said. I shook my head gently. "No," I said. "You can react." She looked at me like she was seeing a stranger. In a way, she was. I told her I already knew longer than she thought. I told her I had contacted his wife, not with accusations, with facts. I showed her the email draft, scheduled, sent an hour ago. Her face collapsed. This wasn't rage, this was gravity. I didn't raise my voice, I didn't insult her, I didn't beg. I thanked her for teaching me who she was when she thought she was safe. I packed a bag I had prepared days ago. Everything I needed, nothing I'd miss. At the door, she asked if there was anything she could do. I paused. "Yes," I said. "Remember this moment. It's the last honest thing we'll ever share." I left before she could answer. Weeks passed. I felt lighter, not healed, clarified. I didn't check her messages, didn't wonder if she was okay, didn't replay memories. They had lost their authority over me. Betrayal doesn't destroy you, it reveals what you were standing on. And once you see the foundation was hollow, walking away isn't loss, it's correction.